Now, so I will be showing you a very interesting thing. I have been dealing, or we have been dealing with this if blocks, else if block, else block for quite a while now. Now, you understand that within this if that we write, we use comparisons like maybe A less than B, or maybe within this if we use comparisons like A is equal to B. That is, we are comparing two variables most of the time, or maybe we are comparing if number less than 0, if you remember. So we are continuously doing some comparisons within this if block. To get into the if block, within this if we are doing the comparisons. Now I want you to focus on one thing. See, we have done or used statements like sum is equal to A plus B. I want you to note that this plus is an operator. What is this operator doing? This operator is operating on two operands A and B. So A plus B is an operation. I repeat whatever I said. I have used a statement like A plus B. This statement A plus B is actually an operation. Plus is the operator which is operating on the two operands A and B, and the operation A plus B is happening, and that is going to the variable sum. Now what is this less than sign then? If you really think of, then once again A is an operator, B is an operator, A is an operand, B is an operand, less than is the operator operating on the two operands A and B. So A less than B is also an operation. So I mean to say, there is basically not that much difference between A plus B and A less than B. Both are operations, but A plus B returns a value. That A and B values are added, and whatever is the value that is returned to sum, that is being put into sum. Question is A less than B operation also operating and returning a value? The answer is yes. Please understand what I want to mean. What I mean is, if A is 50, say B is 45, then A less than B is an operation which basically has a value 0. What I mean to say is, if I have a variable called comparison, just for I am giving a name, any name I could have given. If I write comparison is equal to A less than B, and prior to that A has a value of 50 and B has a value of 45, I repeat again, A has a value of 50, B has a value of 45, then A less than B has got a value of 0. So comparison becomes 0. I mean to say, please note again what I mean to say. I mean to say A is equal to 50, B is equal to 45. In that case, if I write comparison is equal to A less than B, then this is a valid statement. A less than B has got a value of 0. Comparison will have a value of 0. Why 0? Because 50 less than 45 is false. But if I write comparison is equal to A greater than B, then comparison will have a value of 1, because A greater than B, then comparison will have a value of 1, because 50 greater than 45 is true, and true is 1, comparison is 1. But A less than B A less than B, A 50, B 45, A less than B is false, that is 0. Comparison has got a value of 0. Should I show you this program once? Should I show some example, printing some example to you? Check out what. I do exactly the same thing and I print. Say I declare these two variables A, B, and also a variable called comparison. Check out what. This is just interesting, not really, I would not say that this actually helps you in writing some program logics or writing some new program or something like this. This is just for an interest purpose that I am showing you. So int A comma B comma comparison, I tell the user enter two numbers and you scan the two numbers in A and B. Now I have already got this variable comparison, so I write comparison is equal to A less than B and I print nothing but comparison, just to check what happens. Just to check what happens for interest purpose. You check out what? Say for example, I have told enter two numbers. So the user has entered, say for example 65 and 25. Now 65 is greater than 25, so A is 65, B is 25. A less than B, 65 less than 25, 65 less than 25, true or false? 65 less than 25, false. False means 0, false, it is false. 65 less than 25 is false, false is 0, comparison becomes 0 and printf comparison will print 0. Now take another example. Had it not been 65, 25, but the user would have entered 20 and 30. In that case, A is 20, B is 30. Now A less than B, 20 less than 30, true or false? 20 less than 30 is true, and true means what? True means 1. So in that case, in the next line, comparison, what will it print? It will print 1. So let us check with these two examples, 65, 25 and 20, 30. Let us run this program, Alt R, enter. Enter two numbers, 65, 25. See, 0. Because 65 less than 25 is 0. You run the program with 20 and 30. 20, 30. 1. 20 less than 30 is true. You run with any other example, say 78 and 178. 78 less than 178 is true. 1. So I think you understand this. This is very interesting. Now, once we have understood this concept of A less than B yielding a result, then I would tell you to remember that program where I hope you remember just the program we wrote a while back. Write a program to check whether a number is positive or negative. You remember? We wrote a program like this. If the number is positive, output 1, else output 0. What I mean is, if the number is positive, you output 1. If the number is negative, you output 0. If you remember, we had written this program a while back, but we used if blocks where we had written if the number is less than 0, then you print 0. If the number is greater than 0, you output 1. So we had written, if you remember, we had written the program somewhat like this: int a comma b followed by printf, enter two numbers, where you scanned those two numbers into variables a and b, and scanf %d ampersand a ampersand b. Now after scanning this in a and b, what we did is we had to check. I'm very sorry, this is something wrong that I'm writing. I don't need, because I only need one number, I have written it mistakenly. I only need the variable a. Enter the number. I need only one variable, and I need to check whether the number is positive or negative. So I will need only one variable a. And what I will write, if a less than 0, then you know that the number is negative. So printf 0, else you know that the number is 0 or positive. In that case you printed 1. Isn't it so? This was the program. If you remember, if I run this program, Alt R enter, then you enter 23. Sorry, I just scanned two numbers. Isn't it so? I have scanned two numbers. I have written %d, %d. Two scannings have been done. Let us get rid. Now let us run the program. Sorry, it was a mistake. That's why it was wanting two numbers. Alt. If you remember what the, if you just have a look, what mistake did I do? I scanned and I had written 2%ds, which was wrong. I need only 1% because I'm scanning only one number. So Alt R, enter. Enter the number 23, positive. See, it is outputting 1. If I run the program again, minus 51, 0, negative number. So you understand what I am doing? Now could I could have written this program in a totally different way. See, if a is less than 0, then this one is actually outputting this a less than 0. You check out what? A is a positive number. You take with this example. Say somebody has inputted in place of a 53, a positive number. So 53 less than 0, what is it going to output? It is going to output 53 less than 0 is going to output basically what? False. So this is 0. So if this is 0, then you don't get over here, you come here and you print 1. Is not it so? So 53 less than 0 is basically yielding 0. But in case of 53, what do I need to print? I need to print 1. So can I write like this and get rid of the whole if part? Printf %d a greater than 0. Check out what I want to mean. That is, I will get rid of this whole if block and only write this one line and expect that my program will be totally done. Check out what? Enter the number. Scanf %d ampersand a. What has the user entered? Say 53. So 53 has been entered. So once we have entered 53, then a is containing 53. You agree with me? A is containing 53. Now a greater than 0, 53 greater than 0, true or false? True. So what is it returning? 1. So what will it replace? 1 will replace this %d. So what will it output? It will output 1. I think you understand this. I repeat once more. If it is a positive number, I need to print 1. So 53 is a positive number. 53 is a positive number, no doubt. So 53 is greater than 0, true or false? True. So what is it returning? 1. So what are you printing? 1. Say suppose now I would have entered minus 78, negative number. Now minus 78 greater than 0, true or false? Minus 78 greater than 0 is false, which is 0. What will it print? Print a %d, 0. So do you understand? In the first case, definitely it will print 1, and in the second case, definitely it will print 0. Will I explain with another example? Say 61. 61, it is in A now. I have entered 61. 61 is in A. 61 greater than 0, true or false? True, 61 is greater than 0. What is it returning? 1. So what is it printing over here? 1. Positive number, so 1 is being printed. Check out with a negative number, minus 21. Minus 21, so A is minus 21. If I enter minus 21, A is minus 21. Minus 21 greater than 0, true or false? False definitely, minus 21 is not greater than 0. So false means 0. What will it print over here? 0. Exactly what I wanted in the program. Without any if, without anything, I'm able to write that program. Alt R, enter, running to check. 79, positive number, 1, output. Run again, Alt R, enter. Minus 91, negative number, 0. So, you understand this? We will come back with much interesting part of this C language, which is loop programming. Had enough of if, else blocks. Now, next is loop programming. Thank you.